Welcome to Thursday's class, 8th grade. Today we're going to be looking at lesson number 8 entitled Nouns Concrete and Abstract. You'll notice at the top of your page where I have highlighted green, I have written front and back. Please use the directions that I have written on the top of your page where I have highlighted in green on mine and complete that information on the front and the back side. Awesome. Now, I have also written on the top of page number 63 the review definition that all nouns are either a person, place, thing, or an idea. And we want to be keeping this in mind as we seek to separate the difference between the two kinds of nouns, abstract and concrete. In science class, we learn about the senses: touch, sight, hearing, smell, and taste. If a noun can be experienced with any one of those 5 senses, we call it concrete. I can see a frown, a book, the rain, the building called the library. I can hear music. But I can't see sadness. You could be sitting in your chair with a smile on your face and you could be experiencing sadness. I can't see that that's an emotion. Truth, freedom, justice, the things for which our flag stands, you can't see. Intelligence. Again, you're sitting in your chair as a scholar, an intelligent person. You cannot look at someone and see their intelligence. So what we're going to be seeking to do today in our lesson is to identify the nouns and then, as best we're able, to separate between concrete and abstract. There are some nouns that is difficult to do. For example, if you scroll down to number 11, do you notice in number 11, day? It's a noun. Somebody might say you can't see day, but it depends upon what do you mean by day. You can see day on account of the light. You can see on account of it being sunny. Again, that's one of those that someone might say, I think it's concrete. Someone else might say, it's abstract. Okay. Skip down to number 14. Just recently, there has been a tropical storm and hurricane which has taken place around the states and communities of the Gulf of Mexico. Disaster. Can you see disaster? Again, somebody might say, it's a result of something else. Somebody else might say, there's disaster happening right now and I cannot see it. Again, we could maybe debate about whether it is or not. Again, class, sometimes we're going to see that some of these nouns you might again be able to, according to the meaning and the feeling of your writing, say, I didn't mean it to be, or I did mean it to be. Again, not that big of a deal, but I wanted you to be aware of that. We're going to continue today on the back side. Now, what I have done is color-coded. I've color-coded all of the nouns in the sentences. And I want you to look down the list. On your papers, I have underlined those nouns that are common concrete and those twice that are common abstract. And if you look at them on the screen and compare them to yours on your paper, those that are in the orangish tint versus those that are in the purplish tint, can you see why those in the purple might very well be called abstract? You can see children in blocks and a player, and you can see a ball, but you cannot see accuracy and determination. You can see light, driver, brake. You can see a spider, a web. You can see the stairs, the basement, a newspaper, an article. You can see a crow. You can see the fence. You can see a scarecrow. You can see a coupon that someone uses. The shoppers in the store. Way, a good way. Again, that's abstract. That's like accuracy and determination. If someone's exhausted, you may not know that. Well, surely someone might be collapsed on the ground or the floor after athletic competition. However, there might again be someone sitting in a chair right now that is totally exhausted, and you would not know that unless they told you that. Tourists, volcano, lava, number 28. Versus fascination. Again, if you cannot identify it with one of the senses, but how do you know it's a noun? Someone is saying, how do you know it's a noun? Well, I know it's a noun because look what it follows. It follows a preposition. This is the object of the preposition in. This is the object of the preposition in. Number 26. This is the object of the preposition with. Okay, so I know that these are nouns because they're objects of the preposition. Some of them are the simple subjects of the sentences. These are all nouns. Again, as you scroll down your paper through number 40, I have underlined one time those that are common concrete versus those that are abstract. The number that appears to the left-hand side of your numbers is simply in the sentence the number of abstract nouns that are found. Number 39 has one abstract, it's health. Number 37 has two, it's talent and ability. My takeaway from today is that I can divide nouns between being common and proper. And my common nouns I can divide into two pieces. Sometimes my common nouns are going to be concrete. That means I can apply one of the senses to them. I can see a painter. I can see children. I can see scientists. Versus abstract. I cannot see talent and ability, frustration, thought. Turn back to the front page, please. Now on my screen, you don't see it, but on your paper you do. At the top right, I have all nouns are, and we want to be remembering their person, places, things, or ideas. And we can divide them into two groups. On the left-hand side of the numbers 1 through 18, I've written a number. This is the number of nouns that are found in each sentence. For example, number 1, a commercial pilot must have a lot of flying experience. A commercial pilot must have a lot of experience. Okay? There are 2 nouns in that sentence. My aunt, my uncle, my cousin live together or live in a large trailer. I've got the number 4 written next to number 2. That means there's 4 nouns in the sentence. What I want you to do is to find all the nouns. I'm suggesting you underline all of them once. And then I want you to go back. And I want you to look and I want you to think about which of these nouns might I not be able to identify with one of my senses. So, for example, I look at sentence number 1 and I'm saying, well, I know this one right here. This experience is not a concrete noun. So I'm going to underline this twice. Experience. Number 2, aunt, uncle, cousin, I can see all those things. All of these are compound. So I'm going to leave them once. Okay? Your assignment. Underline all of the nouns. The number of nouns in each sentence is the number that comes before the numbers 1 through 18. Number 13 has 4 nouns. Number 16 has 2 nouns. So underline them once. Then I want you to go back and I want you to see if you can find nouns that you think might be abstract, and put another line underneath those. Tomorrow, we'll have an opportunity to review the difference between concrete and abstract nouns. The reason that we need to talk about abstract nouns is because some of these are going to be objects of the preposition, and we need to recognize indeed that they are nouns. So when I have the prepositional phrase of flying experience, I need to recognize that even though this doesn't look like a regular noun, it is an abstract noun. It's the object of the preposition of. Okay? Again, underline the nouns. That number appears before each of the sentences. Go back and underline those that you think are abstract. We'll continue tomorrow, Friday, discussing the differences between concrete and abstract nouns. Have a great Thursday.